to implement the example that we have discussed earlier in TIA portal. So I'm going to create a new project. So the project name is example 2. So I've created a project. So assuming we are using S7 1200 PLC, CPU 1215, so we just add device, look for S7 1200 PLC, go to CPU 1215, AC-DC relay, and choose 6E S7 215 1BG40 0xB0. Version is 4.2. Then add. So this is your PLC. This is our PLC S7 1200 CPU 1215. First thing first, we have to create the I/O table list, and in TIA portal we're going to do that in PLC Tech. So we have start push button, address I 0.0. Then we have stop push button, address I 0.1. We have also the level switch low, so input I 0.2. Then level sensor high, input I 0.3. Then we have input valve push button, so input is 0.4. We have also output, which is pump 101. So this is output, so is output Q 0.0. Then we have output on indicator, off indicator. On indicator is output Q 0.1, off indicator is output Q 0.2. Then we have output for discharge valve V101, output Q 0.3. Now we're going to create a ladder. Go to program block, main OB. Okay, by pressing start push button, pump will turn on, provided that the liquid or the liquid level inside the tank is on the low level. So first we have go to start here, insert the contact here. So this contact, when we press start, pump will turn on, provided that the liquid is on the low level. So this condition is dictated by the level switch high. As long as this level switch high is not contact, then pump will turn on. Okay, we have to introduce the latching here with pump, and we have also stop push button, normally called stop push button. So when we press start push button, pump will turn on, provided that the liquid level in the tank is on the low level. Okay, and as long as the liquid is not high, the pump will turn on. For network 2, we're going to create the logic for a discharge valve, which is a V101. So the sequence or the logic is when we press discharge push button, which is valve, which is valve underscore PB, the discharge valve will trigger. So create a contact. This belong to valve push button. If we press this valve push button, discharge valve will trigger. V101 is the discharge valve, and we create the latching here. V101, and the discharge valve will stop if the liquid in the tank reach at the low level switch. Okay, so we have to create the low level switch here. Go back to network 1. So we also have the on indicator for pump, so we can introduce the on indicator for pump as another output at network 1. So this is on indicator. And for network 3, we're going to do the off indicator. The off indicator means whenever pump is turned off, then the off indicator will turn on. So we can do the logic when the pump is off indicator will. So we have the network 1 is for when we press start push button, pump will turn on provided the high switch is not triggered. So P101 will pumping the liquid into the tank until it reach high level switch. When high level switch is triggered, so from normally closed become open, so it will turn off the pump. So when the pump is turned off indicator will turn on. When the liquid is in the tank, the low level switch will be from normally open will become closed. So when this close, if the operator press the valve push button, the discharge valve push button, address I0.4, it will trigger discharge valve V101, and the liquid in the tank will discharge until it goes to the low level limit. And when the low level limit turns from close to the open, to normally open, discharge valve will stop. And when discharge valve will stop, the high level sensor will turn to normally close back and return to normally close. And if the operator press the start push button, it will then activate the pump P101. As long as the pump is turned on, as long as the pump is in operation, the on indicator will turn on. Try to simulate our program using PLC sim. So first, compile this project. This is the PLC sim. You can launch PLC sim from here. So this is your PLC sim. On the PLC sim, you can power on or power off the CPU of your PLC. Just click this button to power on the CPU of the PLC. So this button is turned green, means the CPU is turned on. Next, we have to download our program into the PLC sim. Go to online, then extended download to device, start search. Okay, this is your PLC. Device is CPU common. Device type is CPU 1200 simulation, interface type PNIE, address 192.168.0.1, and target device is CPU common. Click load, then click load. Finish. So you can turn the monitor on. On PLC sim, we have to create a project. New project. So I would say this one is a project for the simulation. Okay, this is your PLC sim. You have to manually add your I/O list in the sim table. Okay, go to sim tables and then go to sim table _1. So we're going to monitor all the I/O. We're going to manipulate and monitor all the I/O. So first, find start. So ST is for start push button, SP is stop push button, low is for the low level switch of the tank, high is the high level switch of the tank, valve _PB is for a valve push button for discharge valve, P101 or P101 is for pump, output pump 101, and then we have on indicator, off indicator, and finally we have output valve 101. Okay, so we're going to manipulate the input from here, and we're going to see the output from here as well. Assuming that the tank is empty or the tank level is low, when the tank level is low, activating the start push button, activate start push button will activate pump. So pump will trigger, on indicator will turn on. Okay, and because of the start push button is momentary push button, so we have to release the click. So now the pump is true. Indicator is also true, means the pump is running and on indicator is turned on. Okay, the pump is running, on indicator is turned on. Okay, if we press stop push button, it will turn off the pump and turn off the on indicator. So by forcing the bit for SP, and because of it is momentary push button, so we have to click. Okay, so stop push button is true, and because of it is momentary, we have to click back. So pump is turned off. Okay, that is for network 1. Okay, okay, again we assume that the tank level is low, so pressing start momentary push button, start push button, release push button, so the pump is running, on indicator is turned on. As the pump is pumping the water inside the tank, so the tank is getting full, and the high indicator will activate. So when this high indicator is activated, we have to somehow simulate the behavior of the high level switch, which is this row. So we have to click it. So when this is when the liquid level inside the tank is reach the high level, so the pump is turned off, on indicator is false. Okay, So the pump is off, the pump is false off, on indicator is false, which is off, and off indicator is turned true, means the on indicator is lighted up. The off indicator lights up, indicate that the pump is turned off, so which is this one. The off indicator is trigger. The off indicator is trigger because of the pump is turned off. Okay, this is happen when the liquid or the water inside the tank is full, or the tank is full. Okay, the water is reaching the high level switch. When the high level switch is trigger, pump turn off, indicator on getting turned to false. Okay, so now we're going to activate the discharge valve. Discharge valve is for, which is in the network too. So discharge valve is, we're going to manipulate valve underscore PB. Valve underscore PB is the valve push button for the discharge valve. So this is this one, is this row. So we can turn this on. Okay, and because of it is momentary push button, so we have to release it. Press and release. And the discharge valve is turned on until the liquid level inside the tank is drained out. Okay, when the liquid level is inside the tank is drained out, the level of the liquid reach the low level, and the low level will, this low level will change the state from true to false. Okay, then true to false means empty, so the discharge valve is stopped. Okay, that's how we're going to explain, or how we simulate the behavior of this example using PLC sim.